Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Christina and I'm a fashion reseller on the POSHMARK app. You can find me on Instagram at little.black.hanger. You can also find me on POSHMARK at littleblackhanger without the vowels. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I posted this picture on my Instagram of these cute little decorative pillows that I made for my Christmas decor. Out of some old fabric that I had. This fabric came from a shirt that I cropped, so I had the extra fabric from the bottom, and then this shirt was an old shirt of mine that just had too much wear on it for me to feel comfortable selling it, so I turned it into a cute little Christmas pillow. So I asked you guys if you wanted to see a tutorial on how to do these, and I got an overwhelming response. Yes, 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 queen, yes, do a tutorial. So I am here to give you what you want. I'm going to be doing a tutorial on this. I'm actually going to be starting a series on my channel where I upcycle things from the thrift store. We all have those items that we just didn't see a flaw in it at the thrift store. We get it home, we go to steam it and photograph it and put it on POSHMARK, and lo and behold, there's a hole, there's a stain that you didn't see, and that
terrible Goodwill lighting.
And now you're stuck with it. And now what? It's a cute pattern, so turn it into a pillow, or turn it into a stocking, or turn it into home decor. You know what I mean? So I'm going to show you guys how to use that extra fabric, or maybe you're like me and you like to crop things and you have extra fabric laying around and you really like the pattern. I'm going to show you how to do these. So this first episode is going to be Christmas themed. I have a few DIYs to show you guys. These are all no-sew. Anyone can do these. You don't need a sewing machine. You don't need to know how to sew. None of that. So easy peasy, beautiful cover girl. Yes. That made no sense. It was just like it happened. Like I said, this first episode is going to be Christmas themed and I'm so excited. I am not typically a Christmas person per se. I have always been very into Halloween and that has always been my favorite holiday. But for some reason, I don't know if it's all the Hallmark Christmas movies that I've been watching, Christmas has just really slapped me in the face this year and been like,
bitch, you're gonna be festive.
So here we are. I don't know how it happened. I haven't always been this way, but now I am, and it's extreme. So let's get festive, get you some hot cocoa, get you some mini marshmallows, turn on your Christmas music, and let's get crafting. So for this first project, you're gonna need some kind of fabric glue. I love liquid stitch. For the sake of this video and dry time, I'm gonna be using hot glue instead, but definitely use fabric glue if you have more time. Your choice of fabric, I chose this one because it's a little thicker and it's better for gluing. And then you're going to need some pillow fill and a pair of scissors. This is the pillow fill I use. It's pretty inexpensive at Walmart. You could also use a pre-made plain pillow. It's time to cut your fabric. I always like to run my scissors down the fabric to create like a little line indentation to use as a guide, and then you're just going to cut that. Then you're going to place whatever sides you want facing out towards each other. So you're going to sandwich them on top of each other, good sides facing in, and then you're going to start gluing along the edges, and like I said, just sandwiching that fabric together. You're going to leave a gap too, so that when you pull it inside out, you can stuff it with filling. If you're using fabric glue, you're definitely going to wait at least a couple hours for that fabric glue to dry so that it's all set in place when you fill it. Then comes my favorite part. You're just going to flip that inside out, and this is so satisfying. You'll see when you do it. Just pushing out like the corners and seeing all those like clean edges. The edges are definitely a lot cleaner when you use fabric glue, so definitely use fabric glue if you have it. But like I said, for the sake of this video and dry time, I went ahead and used hot glue, which worked fine. It's just a little cleaner with the fabric glue. Now comes the stuffing, and when you're stuffing your pillow, make sure you're kind of flattening out, getting it all like evenly dispersed, pushing it in those corners, just so that your pillow isn't like super lumpy. You're of course gonna fluff it at the end and make sure it's all, you know, nice and fluffy, but this definitely, taking the time to do this definitely helps in the long run, so I highly recommend, like I said, just pushing it into those corners and flattening out evenly. You also want to make sure to not overstuff it so that when it comes time to close that gap, it's not too full and you can't get it closed. So now it's time to close that little gap. As you can see, it's just folded nicely and you can just put some glue on there and clamp it shut. I used a hanger with adjustable clamps, but if you have clamps, you can use that as well. And you're all done. All you gotta do is fluff it up and make it look nice and neat where the fluff is evenly dispersed. I love the way these turned out and I love the mismatched patterns. It just looks so cute and unique. Not something you're going to find in any store, and like I said, it's going to be unique to you. You can also give these as gifts. They would be great holiday gifts. And you can use any type of pattern and print. You don't have to make these Christmas themed. So for this next project, you're just going to need a couple of plain stockings. I got these from Dollar Tree, some fabric glue, some felt letters. I'm going to show you how to make a fabric of your choosing, some scissors, and also a Sharpie marker. To make the letters, I'm just taking a piece of fabric from a white sweatshirt, a pencil, and a pair of scissors. I just drew the letters with the pencil straight on the fabric and cut those out. So now I'm just going to line my fabric up with the top of my stocking so that I know kind of an idea of what I want to do. I'm only going to do the front because, as you can see, I already made a pillow out of this fabric, so I didn't have enough for the front and back. Then I'm going to mark where I want my folds to be and put glue right there to fold it over to make a nice clean seam. And then I'm just going to firmly press down to make sure the glue is nice and tacked. And as you can see, I'm left with a clean seam. Then I'm just going to line it up to glue it onto the white part of my stocking. I ended up cutting off that bottom scallop just so none of it was peeking through. And as you can see, I put a pretty good amount of glue on just to make sure everything was secure. And now that that's done, I'm just going to grab my felt letter and I'm going to place it where I want it. I definitely recommend tacking the corners down first before you glue on the whole thing because that'll keep it in place and it'll make it easier to glue. These turned out absolutely amazing. I'm not even mad that I couldn't do the back. You're not going to see the back anyways. They're personalized. They match the pillow that I made and it just goes with my overall theme. And I'm so pleased. It's so cute. I love it. I'm also loving this stocking hanger that I got from the dollar spot at Target. It just says the stockings were hung and it's so adorable. Alright, so for this last project, I'm just taking a canvas that I had painted that no longer goes with my decor, a hot glue gun, a pair of scissors, and an old flannel shirt. So I just loosely cut the whole back of the flannel off. You don't have to be exact because you can cut the excess off after. I went ahead and gave this fabric a quick steam because it was pretty wrinkly. Then I just laid the fabric right on top of the canvas, lining it up to make sure I got it in the place that I wanted it. I just put a little tack of hot glue on the corners so that when I flipped it over, it wouldn't move from where I had placed it. And now I'm just going to glue it onto all the edges. I'm going to do the top and the bottom first and then the sides so that the corners end up looking nice. And then once you're done gluing all the edges, you can just cut the excess fabric off. And now your canvas is covered, but we're not going to stop there. I took some of the leftover fabric from the gingham pillow and I just traced out a little Christmas tree and I cut that out. Then using the same method that I used with the letters on the stocking, I'm just going to line that up and tack down the corners before I glue down the entire thing. I'm just going to use fabric glue. Like I said, tacking down those corners will make it so much easier. After you get the corners glued down, you can go back in and just run glue along those edges and glue everything down and make sure it's all secure. And this is the final result. I love how this turned out. Again, it matches my theme perfectly. I would never find this in a store. It's unique to me. And you can customize this in any way. You don't have to necessarily make this Christmas themed, just like the pillows. You can use any fabric and pattern that you want. And you can also customize the shape as well. The Christmas tree was just super easy, so that's why I went with that. Alrighty, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure and give it a thumbs up on your way out. Also, if you have any suggestions or requests for some upcycling projects that you would like to see me do, let me know down below. Little disclaimer, I don't have a sewing machine and I don't know how to sew. I can hand sew, but I don't have a sewing machine. So let's keep it no-sew. Let's keep it easy so that everyone is able to achieve this. So as you guys know, I like to end every video with an inspirational quote that one of you guys sends me. And this one comes from Ava, and she says, "Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours." This quote is said by the principal at the high school I work at, and it's been said for 16 years. Every principal that takes over says this quote at the end of the morning announcements. I love it because it reminds us every day to make good choices. And her Poshmark closet name is Thrifty Lala, and I will link it down below so you guys can go show her some posh love, go share her closet, go say hello to her. Again, her closet name is Thrifty Lala and her name is Ava. So go show her some Poshmark love for that great quote. And like she said, make it a great day or not, the choice is yours. So I hope you guys make your day great and you do amazing things today. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our little family here. We would love to have you. I put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye!